Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And guys, today we're talking about NFTs. So we are going to be talking about digital animals, and the reason why I'm talking about this project is just because of how much potential I do foresee this actually having. I know that when we talk about projects like this, a lot of people think that I'm getting paid or I'm getting incentives from the team or anything like that. And honestly, guys, you know how transparent I am around a lot of this stuff. I make sure that I tell you guys everything. I am not being paid by digital animals at all. I am not being given any incentives or anything like that. Everything that I have bought from digital animals is my own money. They are not funding any purchases or anything like that. So I figured I would just be fully transparent with all of you before we even talk about this project, because I do know that that is a big issue right now in crypto. So with that in mind, when we talk about things happening around the NFT space, I'm very excited for a lot of projects, but I don't get excited for any project. We've been seeing a lot of copy and paste projects. Like, for example, OK Bears just recently came out. It was absolutely insane. It looked very copy and paste from Bored Apes. So when we talk about things like that, I look for projects that are very unique, diverse, things that are actually going to drive value once individuals realize that it's not all about copy and paste. Let's see how high we could, move the floor price. It's about, not only uniqueness, but also collectability. So let's talk about this. So first off, like I've said multiple times, the NFT space is growing massively. This is continuously growing and expanding right now. We are currently seeing this market actually down because, of course, the overall market is down. So I'm actually waiting for some capitulation on a lot of digital animals before I do kind of fully ape in. I'm actually watching the market closely. So, if I was you, I wouldn't be buying just yet. You might be able to get a little bit of a better deal on a lot of the animals right now. But when we look around and we kind of compare and contrast a few projects to digital animals, I do foresee this being a very unique and a very large project. So let's talk about a few things from my other video. Now, in my other video, I didn't have all the information that I really needed on the project, but let's talk about the information that I learned from being in the project for a little bit of time now. So every single animal has a digital soul. Now, the difference here is that some of them are good, some of them are bad. For an example, we see a lot of these digital souls here that are on the screen. Some of these are incredible. And when we talk about the souls for some of the animals, it all goes by the minter who has, like followers, activity types, what they are holding in their OpenSea wallet. It all goes hand in hand. And honestly, it's based on all of these metrics. So here you guys have it. The digital animal algorithm generates your digital soul based on your wallet combined with a sentimental analysis of your Twitter. 20 plus Twitter and wallet metrics are used. And this goes by followers, activity, everything. So, the more activity that you have, the more followers and stuff like that, your digital soul is going to be a lot better. I currently cannot mint these souls for myself at all. Nobody really can. We will get to that point. I've heard from the owner of the project that we will be having that option very, very soon. It's still in the process of being built. When that does happen, that's going to be very exciting. But also, I think that there's a few people in the Discord giving out some, tips saying, I don't think that people who already minted a soul should be able to mint again. They should only get one chance. And I do think that that is a great way to actually sustain the value. But you guys can see how insane some of these souls are. I'm very excited for that. Now we do see here, this is, a generated unique soul is inlaid with a random animal. Every single one has a random soul. We're going to be talking about that here shortly. Your soul is an art event. The soul will be minted with a random animal as a single NFT. And you guys can kind of see the soul down here. A lot of the animals do have visible souls. Some don't. The more visible it is, the more rare it could possibly be. It all depends on, the person who actually minted the soul and who's holding it. And also their wallet and Twitter and stuff like that go all, hand in hand. That's how rare, when we talk about how diverse this project is compared to most, this is going to be a very rare project in my opinion. And we can see the soul here on this one as well. You can really kind of just pick them out. But they are very, very interesting, very unique, and this is also why I do foresee the floor price of this project being astronomically much higher than it is currently. But there is a ton of things happening around this space, specifically within digital animals. You guys do see the dragon. First off, you're not even going to be touching a dragon unless you have a ton of money, because these things are going for quite a bit. I'm actually jealous. I really want a dragon, but this is a legendary, by the way. These are not yet out currently, but you can really foresee where this project is headed in terms of the art style, the art direction, and things around this. Now, let's talk about some of these souls. So first off, these are... I foresee the souls for these projects being the true value point. So we do see here, lose yourself as you gaze into the soul of the creator of the whole digital animals universe. With the new soul attribute, all lords get a standalone animated soul NFT. Check out our thread on souls from lucky holders. Now, again, when we talk about the lords, basically what that is, just to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown. So let me go to, here you go. So these are already minted fully. These are 5 out of 5. Currently, as you guys do see it, I only hold 7. I'm on my way to Soul Reaper. I'm hoping that I can get there before the full 170 is minted. But we do see the Lord of Reapers is basically sold out. But that's basically what they were saying in terms of every single Lord gets a standalone animated soul. And you can see what these look like. I mean, the art is absolutely breathtaking from this project. This is what I do think is such a huge, standalone for this project compared to most. Like, every other NFT project that I always come around in the space, it always looks just the same. It looks boring. Kind of just looks, like every single time that I look at something, I'm like, does this look like Bored Apes? Because that's exactly what I've been seeing lately. But it's also like, everything kind of looks like a, copy and paste thrown together 10,000 generative, art collection, where people just basically want money. And that's when I looked at this project. I was put onto it from a friend, and when I seen it, I was just like, this is extremely unique. I could for sure see the value behind this. And I mean, just like, look at the animated art that you're seeing here. These are souls that are absolutely breathtaking, that are going to provide so much value to this project. I look at these souls as the main value take on this project. Of course, when we talk about things happening around this project, we are waiting for the game to fully launch. That's when a lot of the value does get truly unlocked. But right now, we have been seeing a ton of activity within this project itself. We've been seeing the volume for it picking up. Right now, it is a little bit lower. It kind of went down to about the April 26th timeframe in terms of volume. We'll most likely see some capitulation where we could possibly get some cheaper buys. I'm waiting for that day to actually come. It might not. But when we see this project, this project has a floor price right now of less than half of an Ethereum, right? 0.38 is the floor price right now. That's absolutely insane. But volume has been picking up. Things have been getting a little bit excited. If you aren't in the Discord, if you are going to be a part of this project, definitely join the Discord. You can learn a lot more. There's a ton of individuals in there that will help you out. But I definitely foresee this project being huge. Now, I do have some sneak peeks at the game, and then we're going to be addressing that and talking about it. So, first off, this is a 46-second long clip of the game. This is basically a beta, if you will. Check this out. This actually looks very, very good. So here you guys have it. Basically, gameplay mechanics, you're looking for those crystals and things like that that are going to provide a lot more value. There's a lot more collectible things to find. But you can see exactly, what the world will look like. This is, playing as a turtle, so you are basically in your own biome. Here's a dolphin. I mean, honestly, in terms of the graphics, like graphics-wise, this doesn't look too bad because this is going to be a mobile app. So when we talk about this, you're going to be able to play this on your phone and basically collect crystals, which is, again, value. So there is going to be a lot more value unlocked throughout the game, especially as, you collect more animals that do have a lot more overall value, attached to them from their souls and things like that. This is, in my opinion, going to be a huge portion of the value unlocked behind your animals. Now, also, I do have a game interface here as well. This is basically like the starting point of the game. I love the fact that there is a legendary dragon on the front, but you can see the challenge starts in like 24 minutes. You can see the atmosphere that you're basically going to be joining. You choose your animal for the Terra, which this is like where you choose your biome and then you choose an adequate animal that is going to be able to be used in that biome. You choose your hero and things like that. So again, this is very cool, very interesting. I think that when we talk about projects, I think that this is where a lot of projects do lack, which is already fully live, built out things. Once this goes live, which we should be getting there very soon, possibly by. I mean, I don't want to put a date on it because I actually haven't heard from the team specifically around a date, but if I had to estimate it, I'm hoping by around like the end of May into like the middle of like the summertime for this game to go live, but it might be sooner, it might be later, who knows. But when we talk about things moving forward, the game definitely does look good. And we do see here the main goal is that everything looks organic. We are trying to ensure that the way, you guys could definitely read the rest of that, but you guys can see, the overall game mechanics here. There's sound and everything. It looks very clean. I would say when we talk about this project and we look at things happening around this, I just think that these graphics look great. I mean, this is still like in beta mode. Like this is still being built out. The one that I actually showed you initially, by the way, those are those crystals. The one that I showed you guys initially, this is like almost like a fully built out world. This is what like the graphics will actually look like. This is still in like build out process, but you can still see the gameplay mechanics and how things would look and how things will play, which in my opinion still looks very clean, still looks very good. And when we look at other things happening around this project, we are also going to be seeing merch being launched around this project as well, which looks extremely clean as well. I mean, when we look at things happening in this project, a lot of this stuff does provide value, but it also does provide a lot of demand around this project too. So I'm very excited for this. There is a full roadmap if you guys do want to read it, but definitely join the Discord. A ton of individuals are in there. They're so welcoming. They are so helpful. And like when we look at a lot of the items that are already here, some of the best ones are not for sale, but you can look through here and just find some that look very clean, very good. Like this one has a soul that's very noticeable. That one's not too bad. But you can still look through, find ones that you like, maybe save them a little bit, see if you can, find someone who wants to capitulate a little bit on them. But I have been buying more. I don't know how many I had in my original video, but you guys do see the collection growing. I'm going to continue to try buying a lot more of these as they are very clean. And like I said, you can kind of compare and contrast to other projects within, for example, OpenSea. Like you can go to Solana NFTs, right? So, there's a few that have been going absolutely insane in terms of, the NFT projects. I know like I forgot what it was. I think it was like Moon Boys or something, or Moon something. Let me actually find it. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be, Moon Birds. That's what it was. So like, here's something that has a floor price of almost 30 Ethereum. And I'm not saying that this is not like a cool looking project or anything like that. I'm just saying like, when we look at this, it doesn't kind of set it too much apart from every other, project. Like we've been seeing, very, similar projects like this. But when we come over to, for example, digital animals, right? I mean, look at how diverse a lot of these, animals are. I mean, this isn't your typical NFT project. And right now the floor price is 0.038. So just imagine what the floor price will be once the game fully launches, the demand grows around this. I foresee a lot of marketing happening around digital animals as well. The only reason why I'm talking about this project, the only reason why I'm making videos on this project is to actually warn you guys ahead of time before things actually are launching within this, specific project. I'm not being paid. I'm not being, incentivized or anything like that. I tried to talk about it on Twitter. A lot of people were saying, I wonder how much they're paying you. I'm very curious. It's like, dude, I don't get paid to talk about these projects, guys. So With that being said, I will be updating the website with a lot more NFT, content specifically around digital animals and stuff like that. So definitely check ncashofficial.com out. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, sorry, you guys can follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.